Good day everyone, and to our professor, Mr. Dan Barakiel. My name is Kimberly Puwing, your student from Section 1H of BSBA Marketing. Next to me is...
Hello, I'm Patricia Lisandra S. Quito. I'm also from BSBA Marketing.
Good day everyone. My name is April Josulayal.
We are the Group 4, and we are about to present to you the 1987 Philippine Constitution.
What is Constitution? A Constitution is a fundamental law of the land. It is sometimes called the mother of all laws because other laws are born from it and must be consistent with it. The foundation of a nation's governance, it is Constitution, which is a collection of governing ideas. It contains the law that serve as the basis for the establishment of a government. In the other words, it can be compared to the other architectural plan of a house. There are many details, but these details are the foundation for the house to stand firm and fulfill the purpose. The Constitution contains the power of the government as well as the rights of every Filipino citizens enshrined in the Bill of Rights. The present Constitution of the Philippines approved by the 1986 Constitutional Commission on October 12, 1986. The 1987 Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines was presented to President Corazon C. Aquino on October 15, 1986. It was ratified on February 2, 1987. By a plebiscite, it was proclaimed in force on February 11, 1987. President Corazon Aquino, who was elected through the People Power Revolution, ruled by decree for the first few months of her term. She had three options. The first is adopt a new constitution. The second is keep the 1973 constitution and make change to it. And the last is restore the 1935 constitution. On March 25, 1986, she announced her intention to write a new constitution and issued Proclamation No. 3 notifying all clauses in the 1973 Constitution, including those establishing the Prime Minister office and the President Legislative Authority. This Constitution, sometimes referred to as a Freedom Constitution, was created as a temporary document to protect democracy and individual freedom. The Freedom Constitution provided for an orderly transfer of power, while a constitutional commission was drafting a permanent constitution. There was a total 48 members of a constitutional commission chosen by Aquino, came from a variety of backgrounds including some former members of the House of Representatives, former Supreme Court justices, a Roman Catholic priest, and political opponents of the Marcos government, former Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, and Commission President Cecilia Muñoz Palma was chosen by Aquino. The Commission's hearing featured intense debate on a number of topics, including the types of government to be adopted, the repeal of the death sentence, the preservation of the America bases at Clark and Zurich, and the incorporation of economic principles into the Constitution. Two other members abstained from the final draft of the Constitution, while film director and political activist Lina Broca left the panel before it was finished. On October 12, 1986, the Commission completed the final document. On October 15, Aquino received it. On February 2, 1987, a countrywide vote ratified the Constitution. The next reporter will be Ms. Kim Puwing. Thank you.
The Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines begins with a preamble. First, let us know what is a preamble. A preamble is an introductory statement in a document that explains the document's purpose and underlying philosophy by the power ordaining it. A preamble is also a clause at the beginning of a constitution or statute explaining the reasons for its enactment and the objectives it seeks to attain. Preamble serves as a background of why the Constitution was enunciated. It states the origin and purpose of the Constitution. This also aids in the interpretation of the Constitution. Let us all hear the preamble of the 1987 Philippine Constitution.
Preamble. We, the sovereign Filipino people, imploring the aid of Almighty God, in order to build a just and humane society and establish a government that shall embody our ideals and aspirations, promote the common good, conserve and develop our patrimony, and secure to ourselves and our posterity the blessings of independence and democracy under the rule of law and a regime of truth, justice, freedom, love, equality, and peace, to ordain and promulgate this Constitution.
To give a brief summary of what is our Constitution consists of, our Constitution can be divided into three major parts. First is the Constitution of Government that consists of the Articles 6, which is the Legislative Department, Article 7, the Executive Department, Article 8, the Judicial Department, and Article 9, the Constitutional Commissions. The executive, legislative, and judicial departments of government were established by the Constitution. The President and the members of his cabinet that he appoints serves as the executive branch leaders. Like the other two equally powerful branches, the executive also has some authority. In the event that martial law is imposed, this will guarantee that the nation will be safeguarded. Martial rule can still be proclaimed by the President, but it will only last for 60 days before being rejected or extended by Congress. The Supreme Court's job is to assess whether a martial law proclamation is justified. The Senate and the House of Representatives have legislative authority. There are 24 senators, and district representatives make up the House. Additionally, it gave underrepresented community segments the chance to choose their representative via a party list system. The Supreme Court and the lower courts make up the judiciary branch. Any cases involving the legality of a statute, a treaty, or a government decree may be heard by the Supreme Court. Additionally, it is responsible for overseeing how the lesser courts cooperate. The Civil Service Commissions, Commission on Election, and Commission on Audit are the three independent constitutional commissions that were established by the Constitution. Different duties are performed by these constitutional commissions. The Constitution also cleared the way for the creation of the Office of the Ombudsman, whose role is to ensure that the government operates ethically and legally. Next part is the Constitution of Liberty, which is the Article 3 or the Bill of Rights. This is the heart of the Philippine Constitution. This bill consists a total of 22 sections, including freedom of speech, freedom of expressions, Miranda rights, and the rights against self-incrimination. Next part is the Constitution of Sovereignty, which include the Articles 17 or the amendments or revisions. Spells out the authority of the people to approve, amend, or revise the Constitution in a plebiscite or any political exercise which require the participation of the people. To further discuss the other articles or provisions inside the 1987 Philippine Constitution, let us all hear April Joy Salayang.
Good day, everyone. My name is April Joy Sulayaw, discussing the other articles or provision inside the 1987 Philippine Constitution. Article 1, National Territory, Section 1. The national territory comprises the Philippine archipelago with all the islands and water embraces therein, and all the other territories over which the Philippines has sovereignty or jurisdiction, consisting of its terrestrial, fluvial, and aerial domain, including its territorial sea, the seabed, the subsoil, the insular shelves, and the other submarine areas. The waters around, between, and connecting the islands of the archipelago, regardless of their breadth and dimension, form part of the internal water of the Philippines. Article 2, Declaration of Principles and State Policies. Section 1. The Philippines is a democratic and republican state. Sovereignty resides in the people, and all government authority emanates from them. Article 4. Citizenship. Section 1. The following are citizens of the Philippines. Those who are citizens of the Philippines at the time of the adoption of this Constitution. Parents are citizens of the Philippines. Those born before January 17, 1973, the Filipino mother who elect Philippine citizenship upon reaching the age of majority, and those who are naturalized in accordance with law. Natural-born citizens are those who are citizens of the Philippines from birth without having to perform act to acquire or perfect their Philippine citizenship. Article 5. Suffrage. Section 1. Suffrage may be exercised by all citizens of the Philippines not otherwise disqualified by law, who are at least 18 years of age, and who shall have resided in the Philippines for at least 1 year and in the place wherein they propose to vote for at least 6 months immediately preceding the election. No literacy, property, or another substantive requirement shall be imposed on the exercise of suffrage. Article 10. Local Government. Section 1. The territorial and political subdivision of the Republic of the Philippines are the provinces, cities, municipalities, and barangays. There shall be autonomous regions in Muslim Mindanao and the Cordilleras as hereinafter provided. Article 11. Accountability of public officers. Section 1. Public office is a public trust. Public officers and employees must at all times be accountable to the people, serve them with utmost and responsibility, integrity, loyalty, and efficiency, act with patriotism and justice, and live modest lives. Article 12. National Economy and Patrimony. The goals of the national economy are more equitable distribution of opportunities, income, and wealth, a sustained increase in the number of goods and services produced by the nation for the benefit of the people, and the expanding productivity as the key to raising the quality of life for all, especially the underprivileged. Article 13. Social Justice and Human Rights. Section 1. Congress shall give the highest priority to the enactment of measures that protect and enhance the right of all the people to human dignity, reduce social, economic, and political inequalities, and remove cultural inequities by equitably diffusing wealth and political power for the common good. Article 14. Education, Science and Technology, Arts, Culture, and Sports. Education. Section 1. The state shall protect and promote the right of all citizens to quality education at all levels, and shall take appropriate steps to make such education accessible to all. Article 15. The Family. Section 1. The states recognizes the Filipino family as the foundation of the nation. Accordingly, it shall strengthen its solidarity and actively promote its total development. Article 16. General Provisions. Section 2. Congress may by law adopt a new name for the country, a national anthem, or a national seal, which shall all be truly reflective and symbolic of the ideals, history, and tradition of the people. Such law shall take effect only upon its ratification by the people in national referendum. Article 18. Transitory Provision. Section 1. The first election of the member of the Congress under this Constitution shall be held on the second Monday of May 1987. The first regular election for the President and Vice President under this Constitution shall be held on the second Monday of May 1992.